Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring another video and talk to you about the importance of speaking your mind. Um, I think it's important for us to speak our minds for a lot of reasons. Um, but one thing is, um, it's the way we express ourselves. And when we're not able to express ourselves, our emotions, then it feels like things get bottled up. When things get bottled up, it could hurt us in a lot of different ways. A lot of people end up getting physically sick when they are not able to find a way to express themselves. So it's important for that reason. Um, but for a lot of people, when they don't speak expressing themselves, and I should say that because a lot of how we express ourselves is talking, but it doesn't have to be. It could be writing, it could be singing, dancing, a lot of physical things. But we when we don't, it feels like these emotions, these feelings can get trapped in our bodies. And like I said, for some people, it can really make them sick. They might have headaches, they might have, I don't know, um, all kinds of other body aches. They can get colds, flus, things like that, illnesses, because they're not able to express themselves. And I'm sure you've heard about the things that have happened in history, how um, people haven't expressed themselves. And then, we can talk about like mass hysteria, people not expressing themselves and, whatever they're doing, being with people that they want to be with, they're not doing that. So they end up getting physically ill or um, feeling like they're going um, insane or something. And it's unfortunate, but it can affect a lot of people in a negative way. But another thing that we could think about is for a lot of people who are gifted, and that's one way that they express themselves is speaking or writing or reading or singing, dancing, different, art, different things like that. If they're not expressing themselves, then they um, feel like they're not creating. So that's there are a lot of ways to create, but what I'm focusing on a lot here is the law of attraction type of creation. Whatever we spend a lot of time, attention, energy, focus on, we tend to grow that thing. And so if we're not spending as much as we need to, as much time, attention, energy, focus on it, then we're not going to be able to grow the way we need to. And this is something that I think is good, something that we should think about, when we think about creation. Um, because a lot of people might not mention this, but something that's important is marketing. Marketing. Um, because there's a spiritual component as well. And it's something that I think is interesting to focus on. But part of our creating the things that we want can be attending, focusing. And I think a lot of people get it backwards because they think that the physical doing is a lot, is the biggest part. It's not the biggest part. Thinking is the biggest part. Think and Grow Rich was the name of the book by Napoleon Hill. Think and grow rich, not do and grow rich. There's another author that talks about this, but it's not the emphasis. So much emphasis should not be on the exact thing to do. The emphasis should be on um, putting time, attention, focus on the thing, thinking about the thing, because thinking builds. If you think of it like um, your thoughts being like bricks that are building a house. And the more you think about the house, the more The house is being built till eventually it's in front of your face, and it can just, pop out of nowhere. Sometimes you feel like, but you've been building it all along. Why? You've been thinking, focusing, concentrating, attending, constantly thinking about the thing. And when you think about the thing, you can draw a lot of things, people, situations, um, resources to yourself. So do not discount the power of your thinking to create things. And I know, sometimes we lose sight of these things, but it's really important for us. Again, we need to be coming back to basics, thinking about it. Your thoughts create, your thoughts are things. That's why just think again. Your thought is like a brick, and you keep focusing on thinking about this house, this car, this mansion, this $1,000,000 or $1 billion, whatever it is, you create it by thinking, constantly focusing, constantly obsessing on, and it could be a specific person, your special person, the relationship, the union, the marriage, whatever it is, that you could create that by thinking on it over and over and over again. We need to think about this, that everything that we've created in our past, we were obsessed with thinking about it, focused on it all the time, or we would think on it, we would let it go. So there would be no resistance to it. And then all of a sudden, like I said, it would seem like something would just pop out of existence, out into our lives, in existence. And it's because, like I said, either we thought about it constantly, we were obsessing on it, or we would think about it, let it go, and let it flow to us. All right, so I don't want the video to be too long. I just wanted of course, think about, but talk about that topic, thinking, expressing yourself. Because if you don't get to express yourself, then it's energy that's trapped inside you. And a lot of the time, it can lead to you, having problems. So I would encourage people to express themselves. And if you're finding an audience that isn't really supportive, find another audience that is supportive, that's going to be encouraging you, that's going to give you a platform and, encourage you, congratulate you, or, give you some solid feedback if you need to tweak some things so that you can get more, people, a better audience, and so on. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you for joining me for this video. I want to bring you some videos soon on this or related topic. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon, bringing you some information that you could use. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting. Bye for now.